Do
you want me to mute you?
Yeah.
Can you see it's recording, Darkis?
Yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, seeing that it's 4 o'clock, I'll call the meeting to order. Do any members of the committee have any need to declare any interest? No, seeing none. Okay, now we have administrative report. So Rosalie or Ashley would like to speak to it.
Yes, so we undertook a review of 5 consulting engineers' proposals in response to the request for proposals that we issued for the contract management for the project for the streets, the water and sewer replacement and refurbishing for Newton, Frost, Stadler, and Brompton. We did a detailed review. We had a spreadsheet. 4 people reviewed it, myself, Ashley, Blair Westerman, and Jeff Atkins from Nipigon helped us out. We undertook going through all the proposals. Of course, there's sometimes things you have questions about. So although we did our preliminary review on Thursday afternoon last week, there were follow-up questions, some of which we were just getting answers to this morning. So that's why this was delayed in getting out to you. But after we got clarification from the individuals we needed to ask for further information from, we finalized the rating schedule, and it ended up being JML Engineering as the highest scoring in terms of the point system. They are the second highest of all the proponents in terms of the dollar figure, but it's all within the project budget. So the project budget was 313,000 and change, and their project came in at 268,000 and change. So it is, but it's a high quality proposal, and the review team is recommending JML.
Does council have any questions for administrator?
Yeah,
Sure.
I just had a question. Yeah, so I mean, in order to make a decision, I wouldn't mind looking at all the documentation beforehand before you know, a decision's actually made on this, so we can review everything and make sure. That's my thought on it. I know we just got the breakdown there, but I wouldn't mind looking at everything, the financials and everything if possible.
Proponents' submissions are confidential, so we cannot submit them to an open council meeting. That's how an RFP process works. But if you want to have a closed meeting and review everything, you can.
I guess my thought was that, yeah, we probably should have looked at the stuff then confidentially and gone over it, make sure because at the end of the day, when council makes the decision on where it's going, we got to be able to justify ourselves for making a decision based on a recommendation, in my opinion.
Well, the review team did a thorough job, and that's what your administration is for, to provide our best recommendation to you. So it's up to council if you want to have a special closed meeting to review it. I think that's probably unnecessary. However, that's your call. It will cause a further delay. So we have timelines here that are anticipating award of the contract today, anticipating to get as much work as we can get done this year, this construction season. And those timelines will shift if we have to have another meeting. But again, it's council's
If I could just add in as well, I think what's probably good for you guys to know is that, so Ashley and I alone have 10 hours in together reviewing, plus the initial 4.5 hours that it took for the review team to go through and grade the proposals. So what you're proposing to do, I just want to, if you absolutely can do this, it's of course your decision. It's not like these are monster documents with, 65 moving parts each, right? It was no small feat to do this, which is sort of what administration normally does, is take this pressure off of council.
So we do have, can you show them the evaluation criteria that I've done in the closed meeting?
The evaluation criteria is public.
Yes, so we can show you the evaluation criteria so you have a better idea of what exactly they were scored on, as well as kind of how that formula works, because it's not just solely fee-based as well on what their proposed cost for the project is. So there's a technical score of the content of the proposal, including their experience, the engineering background. So that's why we brought Jeff Aitken in on this process, because he has the engineering background and the knowledge to help us decide, yes, what they proposed is totally out to lunch, and the amount of time that it's going to take to complete certain tasks as part of the as the proposal, as well as the language that's included with it. So that was another reason why we brought Jeff in on it, because some of the information that is in the responses to the request for proposals can sometimes be at a higher level in engineering language. So that's partially another reason why we have the review committee, so we can kind of pare that down and look over all of the details of it and score it based on the knowledge that the review committee team has. And then so we look at that final score in each of these areas. So proposal structure, firm experience, the project manager qualification, their plan of approach, the schedule and the timeline to complete the project, as well as their fee, is all taken into consideration. But like, just as an example, one of these responses to the request for proposals is over 150 pages long. So just to give you a heads up, if you're looking at having a look at every single one of these in detail, you're looking at a good 3-4 days work analysis.
Yeah, no, I'm not looking, I'm not expecting to sit down and go through an RFP in detail, but what I kind of do expect before, we get asked to make a decision is just, a breakdown of the spreadsheet saying, here's the scores, here's the places, here's the prices submitted, here's what we recommend based on this. This is the reasoning why. So at the end of the day, when they say, well, if you go back to the SAGE report, council makes decisions based on without, the proper documentation, that's something we need to make the decisions, right? To justify our decisions.
Okay.
I don't have a problem with it. I'm not going to micromanage administration, like that's their job. That's what we're paying you for. I'm trusting your judgment, but it's what council would like to see.
I agree, Darkies. And also time is of the essence. We can't delay much more. Perhaps in future, if other situations come up, we might get a little bit of a heads up and preview.
This process was accelerated a bit because we wanted to see, shovels in the ground with plans being done up this year. So I do recognize that.
I just want to say that I kind of agree with all of you guys. I do have faith in the group to make the right decision, but I also think that just having a little bit of, because right now we just have like a paragraph that you guys provided. So just a little bit of background on how you came to that decision. Yeah, just a little bit more info, not the full package. I don't think we need the 150 pages times 4. Yeah, I think you guys can deal with that, but just a little breakdown of how you decided.
I'm comfortable. Yes, sorry, Melissa. Yeah, I'm comfortable with the recommendation by the committee to move forward.
I am as well.
We do have a long history with JML. We've used them quite often in the municipality and the surrounding area. So we do know these guys or this company.
What was the final figure?
I mean, the score or the price?
Price.
268,136 and 57 cents.
And that includes HST, which you get most of that return.
Yes. And our budget was 313,000.
Thank you.
Okay, any more questions for administration?
Nope.
Now I have a mover and seconder to award the contract out as outlined in the report. Councillor Tedesco and Councillor Park. All in favor? All four hands showing. Motion is carried. Okay, we have another report from administration regarding limestone. Anyone have
So,
questions?
Our economic development contracted service provider has requested a meeting with council. So that would be a special meeting. We're suggesting that it be set up as an educational session so that council can ask questions and get more information. But that means we can't advance any business of the corporation at that meeting. It would just be an education session. And we would have to then follow up, administration would follow up with some reports to council based on what we see in that presentation and discussion. So Ashley has canvassed their availability, and there's 3 different suggested meeting dates in the report. If council would like to choose one, that would be helpful.
So I know I forwarded everybody the new community profile, which Limestone has been working on. So they will go over that and then possible investments that they do have. So it's just providing us information, but we will ask Limestone to follow up and do a deputation to council, which, you know, they only get 10 minutes. So it's got to be a scaled down version of basically what they're going to be telling us in the meeting or the education session. So how about dates?
I'm comfortable with any of those dates, so whatever works for everyone else.
Same.
May 4th is better for me.
Okay.
So
Yeah, same for me as well. I like the 4 o'clock meeting. Seemed like a good idea if that worked.
Sure. I'm good with that.
is that okay with everyone? Pam, you're on mute.
I'm having a hard time unmuting. Here we go. Yeah, I would prefer May 4th at 4 to 5.
Okay. So I need a mover and seconder.
Cindy, where do you have those?
Oh, sorry.
Mover.
To schedule the meeting for May 4th, sorry. Councillor Muir and Councillor McDonald. All in favor? I see all 4 hands. Motion's carried. So there's no other questions about limestone? No? Okay. So I'm going to end this meeting at 4:13, and there's no further business to attend to. So the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Guys,
everyone.
take care all.
Have a good night, everyone.
See you guys.